fuckers, welcome back to my second channel. Okay, it's currently 2:25 in the morning and I just filmed a bunch of videos. I actually went over to my friend Liv's today and a bunch of us went and she made dinner for everyone and we literally just watched TV, which is really fun, and then I came back and filmed and stuff. However, I had a party 2 days ago and my apartment needs cleaning because when you have a party there was only maybe like 10 people or something that came, but like, let me show you something. I have an entire bag that I just cleaned that I need to bring down to the bins that is entirely filled to the brim with just like cups and like alcohol bottles and like pizza boxes and stuff. So I'm currently just going about my night cleaning up my apartment. I'm actually going to Manchester in a few days. I'm actually very excited for that. I have had such a good relationship with Manchester recently, which is very bizarre because if you're aware, I've had a very awful one. I used to live there for a couple months. I moved from Brighton to there and then I moved back again. Also, sorry, I really want to see this. My Ariana Grande merch arrived today. So like I have this hoodie. By the way, I ordered it on the day the album came out and the album just celebrated 100 days. So it took 100 days for Ariana Grande's team to give me merch. So I am not ordering ever again from her merchandise store. But I want to see what these posters look like because I forget what the merch fucking looks like. I had heard awful things about her merch store and yeah, if the merchandise isn't ready, don't let me buy it. Okay, and these posters are also, or maybe it's just one poster. One poster is in awful condition. Like it is complete, I know you can't really see, but no, you really can see. It's crinkled to fuck. Like, all right, what a waste of money. Like it literally, you really can't see, but it is so like crinkled. Wait, you really can't see. It's so crinkled, it looks like someone has just scrunched up. All right, what a fucking waste of money. Will not be buying from her merchandise store ever again. But I got this other shirt, which is really cute. I really like this one. Cute. And then I got this same hoodie in a white, because it was the only things. But yeah, really not impressed by her merchandise store, I'm gonna be honest. So, we're going to Manchester because it is my friend Leo's birthday, and her girlfriend Neve, who's my best friend, also Leo's my best friend, wanted to go to Manchester for Leo's birthday just to kind of get out of Brighton. And they want to stay in my apartment, and I was like, yeah, of course. So I was just gonna give them the keys to my apartment, and then they were like, do you want to come to Manchester? Now Neve and Leo are normally the people that look after Bonnie and Dolly whenever I go on a trip. So them inviting me on a trip whenever they're my dog sitters was, you know, a little bit, I was like, okay, who's gonna look after the dogs? However, Neve's mom is gonna look after my dogs in a surprising turn of events. So yeah, I'm really excited actually to go back to Manchester. See, whenever I go to Manchester now, literally just vodka bottles. I love Absolute Vodka. This is not sponsored. There's a little bit left in that, so I'll keep that over here. How much was that damn poster? £15? Not worth it. So yeah, whenever I go to Manchester now, I have so little things in my apartment that the trip is normally just for fun. And I'm gonna be honest, I appreciate it as a city. I can't stay there for long because I don't find it that enjoyable to be there. But for a couple days, it's quite fun, I'm gonna be real. And especially whenever I'm going with my friends. So I am excited to see my apartment again. It's actually gonna be one of the last times I see my apartment. People have always asked what the hell happened there. So basically, I moved out of my place in Brighton and then I moved to a place in Manchester, hated it, but I was in a 12-month contract. So I moved back to Brighton a couple months into that contract and I still have my apartment in Manchester. So that contract ends in October. So this is actually gonna be one of the last times I see the apartment because I'm gonna be traveling in summer, which I'm very excited for, but it's kind of bittersweet knowing that like my time in Manchester is coming to an end, which is really weird because I complained about it so much whenever which one of my friends was drinking Strongbow? What is that, beer? Oh, it's cider, gross. I hate cider, it just makes me pee. Yeah, it is quite sad knowing that like, it's like an end of an era, and it never really was an era, so that's like very, you know, stupid to say. But I'm gonna be honest, like, I wasn't in Manchester for a while. I'm gonna be honest, I probably lived in my apartment for like a couple months maximum, or probably like, if you put it all together, a couple months. Like, I would stay there for a couple weeks, then I would go somewhere, then I would come back for a couple weeks. So like, I never was like consistently there, I'll admit that. But in a really weird turn of events, I feel like Manchester was a very pivotal point in my life. I feel like I came to a lot of conclusions in Manchester. A lot happened in my life in Manchester. I felt very lonely whenever I lived there because I didn't know many people, so there's just a lot of emotions that I went through whenever I lived there. Some good and some not so good. Can I give you some tea though? So, whenever I went up to Manchester a couple weeks ago, I went to the Girls Aloud concert. Girls Aloud are the British girl band that like came together for a reunion tour, right? So, I went to one of the shows on my own, and then I had tickets to their second show for 2 people. Now, I don't know that many people in Manchester. I know like a couple friends, and then I know a guy that I used to see. And I invited him to the show, and I have not seen him in a very long time. I have not seen him probably January, February, March, April, May, June. Like, I had not seen him in like 6 months. So we went to the show together, and it was fun, you know, it was all right. It was just really interesting though, because I met up with him, and when we were, you know, talking to each other, you know, we were very, very, very close at a certain stage. And to meet up with him again and basically have like, we had like nothing in common, dude. We like, it was really awkward. Like it was awkward and like just, I mean, it was all right, like inviting him there. Like it was only a couple hours, whatever, but like I really shouldn't have brought him because like we moved on. Like we're different time periods of our lives. Like, you know what I mean? Like it was fun for the like nostalgia, but if anything, I walked away from it and I was like, wow, it's crazy like how much someone can go from someone you see every day to like a complete stranger. And it wasn't a sad thing. If anything, it was a really good thing, because I remember whenever I had left Manchester, I was always like, oh my god, I wonder if I'd stayed in Manchester, like, would that have like turned into like a really big relationship? And I always had that thought in my head. And then I think whenever that day happened, and again, nothing necessarily bad happened, we disagree on a lot, we just are into very different parts of our lives, like we just really don't have a lot in common, whereas we used to. It kind of reaffirmed that like moving to Brighton was, you know, the right thing to do. But I'm gonna be honest, I really do. Oh, by the way, I love these little things. They're like these little, they're so fucking good. But I always do have doubts, and I think with living alone, I have a lot of time to kind of sit with myself and like think about things. Oh, I also love this candle, by the way. By the way, nothing I'm showing you in this video is sponsored. I know people will always be like, oh, you're not disclosing things. No, I'm literally just not at all. This candle smells fucking amazing, just again. I got it in a garden center in Brighton, and I fucking love it so much. I'm actually gonna clean my table just so I can like put it on, because oh my god, it is amazing. So yeah, I'm gonna be real, it was very weird meeting up with him. I was very grateful that he like went along with it, and he was very sweet for coming, because again, we had not seen each other in a very long time, and it ultimately was, you know, a situation that ended like 6 months ago, right? And I was very upset at the time, and I mean, I like cut it off and like just kind of was like, fuck you. So to kind of have him be willing to have us like meet up, even though like we ended things really bad, was like really nice, and it was fun for the moment, and it was fun for nostalgia, but like we're not doing that again. And by the way, I do not advise meeting up with people that you used to like see romantically. If you have not seen them in a very long time, it will be awkward. Okay, so with him out of the picture, I really don't have anyone in Manchester. Like I maybe have like 1 or 2 people, maybe 3, but like they're not people that I like consistently hang out with. So when I go to Manchester, I feel like I'm experiencing a new city for the first time, which is why I don't want to live there. And I think because I was so lonely in Manchester, when I moved back to Brighton, the first thing I wanted to do was like start having parties, start having friends over. So like when I used to live in Brighton, I would never allow anyone to stay in my apartment. You see my new apartment in Brighton? I have people over all the time. And it's so fun and it's so different and new. What the hell was that? Who the fuck is arguing outside my window? It is 3 a.m. He keeps saying, fuck off, you ugly. Who are you talking to? I love neighborhood drama. Okay, sir, can you shut the fuck up? So anyways, it's been really fun to be sociable, and I feel so much closer to my friends since moving back. And I think a main reason for that is because whenever I moved, I was so scared that I was going to lose all of my Brighton friends, and that was very close to happening, by the way. Like, I'm not blaming any of them. In the same retrospect, I'm not blaming myself, but like, when I moved to Manchester, like, it created a divide for sure between me and my friends in Brighton, because we wouldn't see each other, and like, if we were in group chats, like, things we were updating each other on were so different. So that was definitely a big reason that I moved back as well, because I didn't find any sense of friends in Manchester, and I didn't want to lose my Brighton ones, because if I lost them and had no one in Manchester, well then I'm fucked. So moving back, I did such an effort to meet up with people again and do all this, and I'm closer with all my friends than what I've ever been. And I think we all say that about each other, because I think it was a pivotal moment where we all started kind of appreciating each other more and doing more things, so that has been really fun. And I've also found out that I absolutely adore hosting. I love hosting events in my apartment, and because I live alone, it's like perfect, because I don't have someone that I like hang out with all the time, so having a ton of people over gets it like all out of my system immediately, which is perfect, because then at the end of it, I'm like socially drained, and then everyone goes home. But I do have to say something. I keep thinking about having a roommate. Like, I don't know if it's necessarily that, like, I don't know. Let me figure this out. And maybe you can like form an opinion on like what you think I want. I really want to be in a relationship because I want to like live with someone. But then I'm like, maybe I just need a fucking roommate. But I don't know who I would like have as a roommate. I used to have my friend Rachel living with me 2 years ago. I was gonna say last year, but 2 years ago, when she needed a place to live for a couple months, and she stayed with me. And honestly, it was the most fun time of my entire life, and I miss it so much. And I just like, I don't know who I would have as a roommate. I don't know if I would piss them off by like filming YouTube videos. I don't know at all. And I don't know any of like, I don't know anyone that would be like willing to split my rent with me in like my friendship circle. So I don't know, but like I really miss having company like on the day-to-day. Like all my friends live with someone, and they're just, I think it's nice being able to like have someone to talk to. By the way, I normally have 4 chairs, but like one of them is in my filming room. So I don't know, what do you think I should do? Like, should I start looking for a roommate? It would have to be someone I know, by the way. Like, it would have to be someone that like I'm already really close with. Because I'm like, damn, I want to get in a relationship. But then, like, by the way, I've came to you a lot and said that, where I'm like, I want to be in a relationship. I want to be in a relationship just on the basis that like someone lives with me and like I have a roommate. So like, maybe we need to get a roommate. I've been around so many of my friends that have roommates that I get a little bit jealous. I'm gonna be honest, I do tend to get a little bit jealous when I see how much fun they're having. Where is my damn lighter? God, my friends leave straws everywhere. I need to go find my lighter. I don't know where my lighter is. Thank God I have matches. Because I would love for this candle. Actually, I might go to the garden center again tomorrow and get more. Don't go out on me. No. No. Come on. Yeah, I might go to the garden center tomorrow and get more because they are amazing. Ow, it's burning me. Fuck. Ow. Sorry. I also don't know if you're supposed to light all of the things when it's like a multi-wick, but I do. Also, I'm starting to feel really guilty because I have not seen my family in a very long time. I get really focused on like how long it has been since I see my family, because I always try to make an effort whenever it comes to like my grandparents and stuff like that, and I just know that I haven't seen my Nana and Granda since like December, and I just feel really bad and guilty about it, but it's really hard to go home these days, just like finding the time for it. And I know that's such a like a cop-out excuse, but it actually is hard to find time. And like with dog sitting and stuff, obviously like if I really put effort into it, I'm sure I could make it work, but sometimes it's not as easy as that. Sometimes it's not as easy as that. I wish I had more cupboard space in this apartment. I wish they would take the dishwasher out and give me like another cupboard, because I need a cupboard for alcohol. I don't know where to put it. I don't know where to put my alcohol. I guess for the meantime, it'll just stay here. I also did like my first like big boy adult thing in the entire world, where I bought furniture. I've always moved into like furnished apartments, but I moved in, oh sorry, so this one is furnished as well, right? Like I got the table, I got the sofa, I got all this bullshit, like, hello. I bought sofas for the first time, and they're coming next week or the week after. By the way, it has taken months, I think like 2 or 3 months for this to, I didn't realize that when you buy furniture, they make it to order. I wouldn't have wasted my time because it's felt like an eternity. But I have like the most, I can't even remember what it looks like. It's like a brown leather big sofa, and then a brown leather sofa chair, and then I have like a big comfy white chair with like fun texture for my filming room. They're coming very, very, very soon, but again, I ordered them a very long time ago, so I'm excited to finally use them. I've been annoyed because I've been, like I said, I've been having people over, and I wish that I had already had them for that, instead of like, I don't like how the furniture is right now, because again, it's just like cheap landlord furniture. By the way, buying a digital camera is one of the best things that you will ever do. The photos on here just are so amazing. They add just such a fun feel to your photos, like 2000s. I got this Canon one. I don't know what it necessarily is, but literally like any one. I see the ones on TikTok all the time. I don't know how good they are, but I bought that one for like £50 on eBay. The photos are amazing. My friends love them. I also need to buy a new rug because I hate this rug. There's just always just so many dog toys all around this apartment, so I'm gonna put them back in the dog's bed. And I'm gonna move my iron out to my cupboard and my coffee table. Ow! My God! Back where it belongs! Jesus, that is way heavier than you would think. Also, Lisa Rinna, Beyonce, and Mariah Carey. Weirdest grip of ladies ever. Don't ask me. How pretty does this candle look? And it smells so good. I have another pile, by the way, of P.O. Box stuff that needs to be sent out. I think at this stage I'm just gonna keep all the American ones and post them out when I'm in New York, because I'm literally going to New York in like 2 weeks or a week or something like that. Also, I always get comments from people loving this egg swinging chair. Okay, it is the bane of my life. When I bought it, I wanted it for my balcony, but it had to be built in here because the day that we built it, I didn't build it, my friends built it. I paid them though, don't worry. It was too windy outside, so they were like, we'll build it in here and then we'll move it outside. It is too big to go out the doors, so now it just is in here, and I mean, my friends love it, but it just takes up so much room. I mean, it's fun, don't get me wrong, but like, okay. Also, Cara, I don't know if you're watching, but I hope you know that I always have this painting you did of Bonnie and Dolly on my kitchen, or in my kitchen. It's late, come on. I think I've never really shown you the way I've decorated my apartment. So whenever I start buying my furniture, or when my furniture starts arriving, sorry, it's gonna all start changing. But like, I just kind of put things up that like, I like. I don't really have, I'm a really ugly decorator. I really don't care. I got these two paintings in Amsterdam. They are of tulips. I actually really want to go back to Amsterdam very, very, very soon because I loved it so much. And then this painting was in my friend's cafe that she worked in, and the owner was selling it, so I bought it. I mean, the colors match, and it's also just people in like a little cafe restaurant, which I think is really, really, really cute. So we have this one, and then these ones I got in Amsterdam. I have Milo and Tyler over here. And then these paintings I did at an art class, really bad, and then my friend Liv painted this horrifying one of me. Above my kitchen sink, I have one of Britney Spears' first signatures, actually, so it's framed and I have a protection over it. This is one of her first signatures. I had to win this in an eBay bid. If you come down here, so all this is, I need to clean this, but all this is gonna look very, very, very different when my new furniture arrives. I have these two big canvases. This was Bonnie and Dolly's first photo together, and then one of their more recent ones of my babies. Not Lisa Rinna, Beyonce, Mariah Carey here. I have a signed Tortured Poets Department by Taylor. I have a signed Lady Gaga album right here, Joanne. Mariah Carey signed. I have an Ariana Grande signed. I have Folklore signed, which is one of my favorite albums. I have a Madonna signed, which was really hard to get. And I have this Girls Aloud signed that I got at their concert. And then you come over here, and I have just a Beyonce album, not signed. I have a Lana Del Rey one, which is signed. It says lots of love from Lana Del Rey. Hey! And then I have this Mariah signed as well. I'm not a good decorator, but I like keeping things plain. In my last apartment in Brighton, I didn't have time to decorate my one in Manchester. I didn't stay there that long. But my previous one in Brighton, oh my god, I used to just clutter it so much. Like, so much clutter. And I used to think, like, the more I had in my apartment, like, the more I decorated it. And I was trying so hard to be an adult. I feel like this just isn't built correctly. Like, this swinging chair, like, it just, I don't know. So yeah, and I ended up hating my Brighton apartment that I used to live in because it looked so cluttered, and I just would get so annoyed at the fact that, like, there was so much stuff and I just felt like it just was so badly decorated. And so whenever I moved in here and it was very bare, I was like, you know, I'm not gonna start buying things. I don't wanna put things up because I like how an apartment looks when you first move into it. And then I realized that, like, it doesn't have any personality whatsoever. And then I started putting up paintings that I bought. Then I started putting up signed autographs that I have. And yeah, it's really tacky. Obviously, like, my cardboard cutouts, like, I have them up because it's, like, funny whenever, like, people come over. Like, they're like, that's so stupid. Like, just gives a little bit of a personality, obviously. But I'm excited for my new furniture to arrive. I feel like I'm gonna feel very adult whenever I, like, have furniture to my name. Because, like, whenever I move properties, I normally just will move boxes, but, like, this is gonna be the first time in my life whenever I move from this apartment that I actually have furniture I need to move as well. So that's a big commitment, and maybe my next apartment I move into, or next house I move into, will be an unfurnished one, because I'm starting to finally, like, buy stuff and have stuff to my name, which is very fun and adulting of me. I don't know, I'm not doing much tonight. I'm literally gonna film a couple more main channel videos and kind of clean up my apartment. I'm probably gonna be up quite late today because I woke up quite late. I woke up at like 4 p.m. I know it's really bad. And I took the dogs to the beach for a couple hours, and then I went to my friend's house at 8. So I still have energy. So I'm gonna clean, maybe film a couple more videos. I really wanna make myself a tea. Anyways, I just wanted to come on here and just talk, hang out. I hope you're all having a good night. I just kind of wanted to reintroduce to the second channel again, because I would love to start posting here more often again, finally, that I have a camera again. So I'm going to send you some love, and hope you're all doing very well, and good night.